What is up, you guys? Wonderbro here, and today I want to talk about see it all the way through. If you've watched my videos for a while, you know that what I recommend for healing is, of course, eliminating obsession, compulsion, basically anything you do to fight your anxiety, whether it be a thought or a feeling. So what I see happen, though, a lot of times when people start to dedicate to acceptance. Like, let me give you an example. Somebody will say, well, I'm going to wake up today and no matter what thought is there, feelings are there, I'm not going to fight with them, I'm not going to debate with them, I'm just going to live my life as normally as possible, which again is what I recommend. It's how you train your brain. But what happens is people will take that to a certain point and they won't see it all the way through. Your brain is going to lie to you. Understand that when you decide to start accepting, cutting compulsions, thoughts come up and you're just saying, hey, okay, you can be there. I'm just going to let you be there. I'm going to see it through. Feelings come, understand that your brain is going to throw all sorts of different things at you when you start trying to use acceptance. It's going to say things like, no, we can't handle this for a minute longer. Do the compulsion, escape the situation, figure out that thought, argue with that thought, debate with it. No, we can't do this. You're about to lose it. You're about to go crazy. These feelings are going to overwhelm you. You're going to die. You're going to have a heart attack. All these different things, right? And those were just some cliche examples, but your brain is going to throw you all sorts of different things especially when you decide to see it through. Eliminate your compulsions. So you get a thought, another example, you get a thought and it's like, I could do that compulsion. I could try to fight with it. That might make me feel better short term, but I'm in it for the long term. I want to recover. I'm going to do this. And then all of a sudden it just builds. And your brain is telling you can't handle it. You're not going to make it a minute longer. You got to escape these feelings. That is when it's most important to see it all the way through. If you bail right there and start doing compulsions, start getting up in your head, adding what we call second fear, fighting with it. Oh God, yeah, I might not be able to handle it. Let me see if I can figure that thought out. Let me see if I can figure. If you allow the building of the anxiety to make you crumble and bail out and go back to compulsions and running and fighting and debating and arguing, then you're not seeing it all the way through. Now, I'm not saying your practice in the past hasn't been worthwhile. You got to practice to get to this point. But at some point, you do have to see it all the way through. So I'm going to give you another example. You wake up. Let's say you got a sticky, intrusive thought, or you got some feelings, or both. And you're like, okay, I'm living my life. I'm not going to do the compulsions. Yeah, that thought just won't shut up, but that's okay. I'm just going to keep moving forward. And then your brain starts telling you, man, we can't take another second of this, right? Your anxiety starts to lie to you. We can't take another second of this. The thought comes, escape now, or we're not going to be able to handle it. The thought comes, you're going to have to do something about this thought, because if you don't, it's going to overwhelm you. The thought comes, oh, you need to escape this. You need to shut this down. You need to do some compulsions. You need to do something to make this feel better, or else you're not going to be able to handle it, right? These thoughts are going to come. And you have to look at them and say, that's just part of the process. That's just my brain being dramatic, right? It's going to feel like hell, right? Don't get me wrong. It's going to feel like hell. And you're going to truly believe at some points that, man, this is it. I can't do it, right? You're truly going to believe that. But that's part of the bluff. That's part of the process, right? Now, a lot of you don't see that right now because you haven't had enough experience to see that once you continue to go without your compulsions and just continue to face it and just let it do its thing without getting in your head, blah, 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 blah. A lot of you haven't done that enough to see firsthand with your own experience that what I'm saying is true, but eventually you'll see that and you'll gain confidence. No matter how high up the anxiety takes you, no matter the lies it tries to feed you when you're facing and accepting, it's all part of the bluff. Don't get in your head adding second fear. Just respond to that with, yeah, my brain is going wild right now. That's okay. It's part of the process. It's part of the bluff. My body's going wild. Part of the process, part of the bluff, right? You've got to see it all the way through so that you can start to get the experience to say, you know what, yesterday that thought just had me in a panic, but I just kept telling myself, hey, it's part of the process. I just kept living. And you know what, today I feel pretty good about that thought. Just an example, but you need to get some of that experience under your belt. And you can't do that if you're only facing up to like 90% and then you're going back to your compulsions. What are compulsions? Just you fighting with it, debating with it, trying to do things to, make it go away. Whatever it is you do, you'll have to figure that out on your own. But you can't just go to 90%. You got to go all the way. Right? In order to gain that crucial experience for you to lose the fear of this stuff, you have to see the bluff through every time it shows up so that you can start calling it a bluff, so that you can see it for what it is. You can't see it for what it is unless you experience it. So this is a rinse and repeat process, guys. It's not a one and done. So keep at it, keep practicing. Hope this video helps somebody out there. Thank you very much for watching. Leave a like if you enjoyed it. Reach out to me if you're interested in one-on-one coaching. I'll get you on the phone. We'll see what we can do for messaging as well for anyone who doesn't, enjoy the phone calls. So reach out, any of the Vacate Fear social media. I'll get back to you and we'll see if we can get you on board with the coaching. Anyway, I think that's it, guys. Leave a comment down below. Let me know how you've been. And until next time, as always, that's kind of a weak snap, but stay awesome.